cracks in the frame anywhere. He's solid.
All right, we've got an outstanding card coming to you from Sacramento, California. A lot of up-and-comers. It's certainly a night that you'll remember here on the Kick of the 80s. Coming up, lightweights, Yohan Kim and John Danner. Stay with us. Jim Brando along with John Worley, and a great night of PKA karate coming up. And before we get going, let's talk rules, John.
Well, these fighters are going 2-minute rounds. Each round is 2 minutes with a minute rest in between. They have to deliver a hard 8 kicks each round, minimum of 8 hard kicks each round, or they're penalized off of the judges' scorecards. All of these kicks and punches are above the waist, nothing below the waist except for sweeps that are out around the foot. And the judges at ringside score on a 10-point must system. The winner gets 10 points, the losers get up to 9. Fighters are wearing regulation gloves and 4-ounce foot pads.
All right, we've got a lightweight matchup coming up that shapes up as a good one. Yohan Kim taking on John Danner. And with the introductions officially, our ring announcer, Hank Renner.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 5-round bout in the lightweight division. Introducing first in the blue corner from Fremont, California. He's 19 years old, stands 5'5", and weighed in at 135 pounds. He has a contact karate record of 8 wins and 1 loss, with 3 of his wins by knockout. A nice hand, please, for Yohan Kim. Kim. And in the red corner, from Rio Linda, California, he is 28 years old, 5'4", weighed in at 134 pounds. He has a contact karate record of 2 wins and no losses, with both of his wins by knockout. Please welcome John Danner. Danner. Your referee is Bill Clark.
A good matchup, and Bill Clark now about to give instructions to the fighter.
I want you to listen to my commands, especially if I tell you to break. I want you to stop punching and kicking, but keep your hands up and protect yourself. I'll restart you after a break. Also, in the event of a knockdown, I'll send you to a standing fighter to a corner. You stay there till I call you out. I'll restart you again. Don't hold each other and put your heads or arms on each other. Punch and kick, I'll let you fight. We'll make it a great fight. Go back and bow to each other and to myself, and we'll start.
A couple of interesting studies. Yohan Kim, Korean-born, but now a native of Fremont, California. At 19, he has already fought 9 times. He is in red, and John Danner in blue. This is just his 3rd pro bout, and a late bloomer at 28 years of age. We're scheduled for 5, and this is round 1.
I think we're going to see just a blazer out of these two guys, these lightweights. They'll get out here and already starting out throwing kick after kick, both of them. Yohan Kim, Korean Taekwondo stylist. Taekwondo stylists have a lot of kicking skills. They work a lot on developing the spinning kick, beautiful spinning kick.
Yeah, he was off balance afterwards, and boy, had Danner been properly placed, he could have made good use of Kim's positioning there. This has always been the crowd-pleasing weight class, though, the lightweights.
Well, these guys will get out here and just burn for however many rounds they're scheduled. They'll throw many times double the kicking requirement. Instead of 8, they'll throw 16 or 18 kicks around.
And when they throw a kick, they really literally fly off the canvas. Good left hand by Danner, and it's followed by a good left jab by Kim.
Kim then ducked forward into a back round kick. He almost ducked into a knee. He has to really be careful. That'll put an end to a fight faster than anything else.
Oh, a left hand by Kim got through. And Danner was backing up briefly. Yeah, you could run into a flying Walinda with either one of these two guys. He could hit you from anywhere. Those are very short, sharp punches from Yohan Kim. Very compact.
Kim was just hanging out a little bit on that last punching exchange, leaving himself countered by Danner.
And a good one to the body by Danner, and then Kim brings some blood from the nostril of Danner with a right hand.
A nice opening round here by both of these fighters. Yohan Kim showing good variety. Spinning back kick followed by spinning back fist.
You see the time remaining in the first round. A very active one for these lightweights. John Danner and Yohan Kim. A very good opening round from these two Californians, and there are some young up-and-comers from this state.
Well, there's a lot of activity in California these days. They're really having some good fights out here, good events. As a matter of fact, the people up around San Jose have an opportunity to get to the San Jose Civic Auditorium on Friday, January 17th. They're going to see the world lightweight champion there, Cliff Thomas, Magic Thomas from El Paso. He's fighting Robert Visitation.
Visitation is a third-ranked contender. These two guys coming up in the same weight class have to battle the likes of Thomas and Visitation.
Nice spinning hook kick here. Just barely misses Danner. Danner's glad that one didn't hit him because it just sizzled as it came around. He just moved back just in time. Good spinning hook kick.
Yohan Kim's cousin, Kim Ko, an impressive fighter himself in the light heavyweight category. He's only fought 3 times, but Yohan has a lot of respect for him. The second round is underway here from Sacramento. Yohan Kim in red, John Danner in blue. We're scheduled for 5.
Nice back kicked into the body by Yohan Kim. Moved Danner back into the ropes. As Danner comes out of that last change with a little bit of blood coming out of his nose.
Yeah. Reopened from the first round, and again, Kim scoring with combinations to the face and to the body, and he moves so very quickly. And now, fighting just for some elbow room is John Danner. A good right hand by Danner after Kim's back kick missed. There's a spinning back kick as well. There's a hook kick that got through, sent Danner up against the ropes.
Danner thought for all the world that was going to be a round kick as it started out, and it came down from up over the top and landed right on his jaw. Very deceptive, good kicking technique. Yohan Kim, a former point fighter, showing that good technical ability that comes out of the point fighting tournaments.
What makes it even more puzzling for Danner is after all of that technique, a roundhouse right will come flying at him. So he'll break away from technique from time to time, Yohan Kim.
There's again that wheel kick. I call those wheel kicks. Some people call them axe kicks. They come from up and over. One thing we'll see, I think, out of both Danner and Kim as they gain more experience, they'll start to be a little more selective with their kicking and punching. They've thrown an awful lot of stuff. That's why they're starting to kind of step back a little bit and get a second win.
Spinning back kick from Kim got through. You can really see the taekwondo coming from Kim. That background has certainly been evident here in the opening 2 rounds. Yohan Kim in red, Danner in blue, and we'll continue from Sacramento in just
forward. He starts to move in, the hands drop, thinking it's going to be a round kick, and the kick comes right over the top of the heel, landing up kind of on the forehead and just driving John Danner back to the ropes. That one caught him completely off guard.
It's that hook or axe kick, as you called it in the last round.
It drops from somewhere. It looks like it comes off a satellite. You just lose sight of those guys. They come way up there high, and they come down on top of your head, and you never even see them.
Gee whiz. A veritable plethora of knowledge you are tonight. Third round is underway from the satellite. All right. Danner in blue and Kim in red. We're scheduled for 5. It's been a very active fight. How do you have it scored to this point?
I've got Yohan Kim, 2018. He's out by 2 unofficially here.
Danner with a spinning back fist that really landed on the side of the head of Kim, and he follows it up with a good combination. I think they'll rule that a slip. Bill Clark in there, and it is ruled a slip.
Kind of pushed Danner down. He was off balance, and then Yohan Kim just kind of helped him on down there, but it wasn't a knockdown.
This is one of those bouts, John, as you watch it, you don't want to blink because you'll miss something.
Oh, you'll miss about 30% of the round. These guys throwing fast flurries.
Left front kick got through, and it hung up a little long, and Danner was left defenseless. A good combination of lefts and rights from both fighters.
We've talked a lot about Yohan Kim, but John Danner is certainly no chopped liver himself.
No.
He's out here doing a good job. He's throwing good stuff, a lot of kicks, takes punches well, and comes back strong. But he is coming out on the short end of the stick right now.
And some blood flowing from the nose of Danner, and I believe they're going to rule that a slip again, Yohan Kim.
I think what happened then is that Danner's kick landed low.
Oh, and that right axe kick, that hook kick, got through again, and Danner bleeding from the nose profusely now.
Danner looks a mess, and he just took a spinning hook kick, as you said, Tim. It was a good shot then thrown by Kim.
And Kim continues to work the body, and it's evidenced right there.
There is a knockdown. Good, solid kicking knockdown.
Danner seems unabated, but you have to catch your breath after those from time to time. Good right hand by Danner as we come to the end of the third. He's down. At the end of the third round, Danner went down again.
Oh, he took that one right on the chin from close range. A good short right hand. That's the way you're supposed to lay in those right hands.
So a big third round for Yohan Kim. And it appeared right after he worked the body with those kicks that he made good use of combination handwork, John.
He came back and just really did have Danner going that round. That was a big round.
That was a tremendous third round for Yohan Kim. And John Danner really took it very well.
Well, he just took one in the ribs of that front kick. It came in under his jab that laid him down, and those things do hurt. He wasn't knocked out. As we see him step in now, his hands drop a little bit, and there's that short right hook. Caught him right on the chin. He's fortunate to get up from that one.
But as he got up, and you can see him now, obviously he is being talked to by his cornermen, as you see there, but he looks to be in good shape and ready for the fourth round.
Those eyes are clear, and, you know, a lot of times these guys, when they're young, they get it back fast. You know, they'll get hurt, they'll come back very quickly. And Danner looks like he is back, but then Yohan Kim looks very strong.
And Kim landing a lot of punches, and he's really yet to hurt Danner, though Danner has been down many times and has been bleeding from that nose throughout this bout. After a while, it becomes difficult to breathe with all of that blood in the nostrils.
Danner is definitely at a disadvantage, no question about it. He's kind of fighting out of desperation in his corner. I'm sure they've told him that he's got to really come back and finish with something spectacular. He hasn't shown anything real spectacular other than a lot of heart.
Yeah, and you don't want to take chances against Kim. You open yourself up, and Yohan Kim can really take advantage. He's 8-1, remember. Only one loss, and he's only 19 years old, so there's a lot in the future for Yohan Kim.
I'd like to see the guy that beat him. Getting a warning there from Bill Clark for the spinning back twist because it hit up high on the arm.
Remember now, these are lightweights. Yohan Kim and John Danner, and that right hand by Danner got through, and it stymied his opponent.
Danner was able then to time the right hand to move inside as Yohan Kim threw the back kick, and he landed very solid. It's the best right hand of the fight. But Kim seems to be fine now. He's coming back awfully strong.
For a moment there, he stopped throwing punches, though, and you could tell that was a sign that Danner had scored well. And a left hand by Danner there.
Danner really is going to have to step inside of Kim's kicks. Kim is not throwing a lot of front leg kicks. So if Danner would work his timing a little bit, and as Kim takes the front foot step to throw the back leg, step inside, he'd have better luck. See the back leg coming there.
It's been a very active bout to this point. We've come through 4 rounds from Sacramento. Stay with us. We'll return. John Danner got the best blow of this bout back in round number 4, John.
He stepped inside as Yohan Kim started to throw a spinning kick. He just moved right in. Well, let's take it back. It was using that wheel kick, and as he stepped into it, Danner stepped in with good timing and landed a solid right hand.
And Danner, as you can see, his cornermen really have been working on him because he's been losing a lot of blood out of that nose every round. He has been very fresh, even though he has really taken more of the punishment in this bout. And he begins with a right-left combination that scores to the head of Yohan Kim.
If I were in Kim's corner, I would have advised him to go out and establish his front leg more and using side kicks. And, nice spinning back kick.
Good right hand again, yeah.
To keep the pressure off. And it would make it tougher for Danner then to time those kicks that come from the back leg.
All right, now we're in the 5th and final round. How do you have it scored, John?
I've got Kim way up here, 40-35, mainly on the strength of the third round where Danner was knocked down twice and in pretty serious trouble for a while.
It has been Kim's kicking dexterity and the aggressive nature of John Danner, though, the last couple of rounds. Danner forcing the action in the last round and a half.
Danner has pushed the action an awful lot in this fight, but again, he's taken a lot of stuff on the way in.
He just took a good left hand there from Yohan Kim with a spinning back kick to boot.
In Danner's behalf, you know, with only 2 fights here, he seems to be a whole lot more experienced than a guy that only has 2 fights.
Oh, a right hand and a left cross, and another right hand from Yohan Kim. A lot of leather has been connecting in the last 3 rounds. Oh, a right hand that sends Danner to the canvas. Bill Clark says he's ready to go, and there's another right hand, and down goes Danner. With only seconds left, it's a knockout for Yohan Kim. So it's a technical knockout for Yohan Kim, and Danner simply was not ready as he blows kisses to a most appreciative crowd.
A real spectacular performance here by Yohan Kim, showing good strength, good power, and good kicking ability. Right on the button, just waded in and threw that one from left field, landed right on the chin. Kim coming back, he knows Danner's hurt, throws another right hand, will follow with a left hook, and that's it. Bill Clark steps in and wisely stops this fight before you can see any more damage from John Danner.
And we'll be back for the decision here at the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, right after this.